Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Ryan here, and today I have 3 stories about weight loss. 3 stories about changing your body, physically motivating yourself to change. Things that have actually happened to me, I'm going to share with you, and I don't know how, hopefully this video doesn't end up being terrible because I haven't really thought it out, but when I have the camera on and hit record, my brain goes into like on mode. So maybe we'll make some magic here. Or something interesting of value to your life. So story number 1. My whole life, I've been overweight, at least at adolescence. I can't say that now because I'm older now. But basically, all the way up until I was 16, I was fat, right? I was overweight. I ate everything inside. I was first player. That's what I always admitted. I was like first player because I was the oldest child. I played first player Nintendo. I was the man, the kid, that would just take over everything. You know why? Because I'm the big brother. That's what I do. I have the control of the remote. I have control of Nintendo, and that's me, right? And my brothers would go outside and play. I would stay inside, do sedentary activities, and guess what happened over the course of 15 years? I got fat, right? I was never good at sports. I never became athletic. I was terrible, right? And then I remember, right, multiple times trying to lose weight because I would be made fun of. People would call me fat. They would call me the fat chink. I know, it's terrible, right? It's racist. But it's a very racial slur. But I just remember that and trying to like pray to God to like help me lose weight, right? I was like freaking in 5th grade or 6th grade or something. It was that bad. My son is in 5th grade. Or I think he's in 4th grade. I don't even remember. He's 10 years old. Anyways, I just remember feeling how terrible that is. And to me, I just never thought I could ever be skinny. Well, actually, no. I always thought I could, but the whole point of my story is that I went through this process of trying to change my body as a kid, not knowing what to do. There's no internet, remember. I'm 35, right? So when I got to football conditioning, my senior year actually, I have never been pushed so hard in my entire life. Almost wanting to quit. But by the end of football conditioning, I was able to do a pull-up, something I've never been able to do. Never, right? And I basically sort of like pushed myself to the limit. It sort of taught me this mental strength, and I just wish I had found it sooner. So the moral of that story is you got to put yourself in an environment where people are going to beat the shit out of you, right? But they have your best intentions, right? This is what makes sports and being parts of the right kinds of people so important. Second story, I got fat again. I was a trainer, but I just gained like 20 pounds. I had my second child was on his way. And I got in this habit where I would stop at I would stop and eat junk food. I would buy like a freaking breakfast burrito, right? And what was the thing that made me gain so much weight was the habit of essentially, what was I doing? I was eating like my face off, I was again sedentary, right? I would play Magic the Gathering. I was obsessed into this gaming thing. I was into StarCraft, Magic the Gathering, and binge watching TV shows. I was like into Entourage, I remember. Lots of other shows, Damages, and you just go into these shows, Dexter, and I just remember, so it's real-time strategy like StarCraft, Magic the Gathering, addictive card games, and then like binge watching TV shows. You know what happened? I got fat. I gained weight, right? Magic was probably the biggest culprit. I just remember this particular story about regaining and losing. So what I did is I cut Magic. Spent like over thousands of dollars on Magic, or not thousands, but like $2,000 on Magic probably. Trying to hide it from my wife. It was a terrible habit. At the time we didn't have a lot of money. I was just like using my credit card, and it's embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie, it really is embarrassing. And what I did was I just decided to sell my account, sell all my Magic cards, just Magic Online. And I just bought a camera, I bought a DSLR, Sony DSLR, and I started taking pictures of my kids and started doing video, right? Which basically sort of led me to like making YouTube videos. A better habit, a better addiction, right? Like what I'm doing now, because I get so much out of this, right? So it's almost like I'm a big believer when it comes to weight loss, it is not so much about like how badly you want the goal. It's really more about the daily activities that you do. Okay, third story of weight loss. Third weight loss story. I'm actually going to give you a story of, who is it? I wish I had a good third story. I can just remember, like off the top of my head. Because storytelling, see, I'm not going to go on a little like tangent here because I can't think of a story. Maybe if as I talk, I'll come up with one. The thing about storytelling is that you remember them, right? And then you relate to the story, you know? And that's the reason what makes stories so good, but they're also hard to tell, right? They're difficult, as I'm having trouble right now at the 5-minute, 30-second mark of this video almost. But, oh, there you go. I had a group of friends that I did this challenge called Fat Loss with Friends. If you Google it, you can probably find it. It's a WordPress site. And they lost, I had one guy lose 100 pounds in 4 months. You know, basically doing paleo, low carb type of diet. He was 400 and like something pounds and went down to 300 and something pounds. It was amazing, right? And it essentially just kind of broke all the rules in my mind about what was possible with weight loss, right? I think collectively almost all of them lost between, he lost, his name is Big Greg, he does tattoos in Sacramento, his Big Greg tattoos. He lost over 103 pounds, right? Something like ridiculous amount. Everyone else lost between 50 to 40 to 80 pounds. It was crazy how much they changed. And this story specifically is you put yourself, again, in a group of people, right? That have all a similar goal, rowing a boat in the same direction. But competing in sort of a cooperative way, a bet. They bet money, $100 each, right? And it was all about winning, right? It was all about winning, you know. But then, you know, they were like, and it's funny to me because in my mind I used to think that you could only lose 2 pounds a week, right? It was in my mind that I thought that you needed to like lose weight slowly, and the truth is you need to lose weight fast, or you need to like take massive action. Maybe you won't lose weight fast because the truth is you don't really have full control over exactly how much you can lose, but you have full control of how hard you can work, how much you can prepare your day for better discipline. You have control over like what places you put yourself in, what areas of who you surround yourself with. You can make changes to make it so it's easier to stick to the diet, right? And those are my 3 stories, sort of all related. Hope you enjoyed it. Click like if you haven't already, subscribe if you're not a subscriber, and I'll see you all on the next video.